Tenet, the new Christopher Nolan film, has now hit theaters, and I've just gone and seen it, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. Going to not spoil it, because I know in America and other countries and that, you haven't got it yet, so I'm not going to spoil anything, because I know this is one of the most anticipated films of all time. Well, I don't know about all time, but this year it was. It was my second, and every delay, I just watched the trailer more and more and more in the theaters, and I just wanted to see it even more and more and more. But yeah, so I'm going to give you my thoughts. If you've seen Tenet, let me know in the comments below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? What are your thoughts? Try not to spoil it for the people that haven't seen it, please, because it's nothing worse than being spoiled by a movie that you really, really want to see, and someone comes in and just spoils it for you. So let me know in the comments. Give us a like, subscribe. Let's dive into this review. Christopher Nolan's new film, Tenet. Now, how would I describe this film? I would describe this film as a Nolan masterpiece, because what Nolan did is absolutely freaking incredible. This film is incredible. You watch when he does an Inception film, and you think to yourself, this guy's just pushing the boundaries even further. Tenet goes to a whole nother level. Now, the way I felt, it's a very spy thriller sort of film. That's what I got from it. Now, this film, you can't go into this film without paying attention. This is a film you have to be paying attention to at all times. Otherwise, you will miss something, and then you'll throw it. This is that type of film that you need to really watch. Not turn your brain off. This is one that really you need to pay attention to, that captures you into the world that it's building, the characters that it's creating, just everything about it, the storytelling, everything about this film. You have to be fully 110% focused watching this film. Otherwise, you will not know what is going on, you'll miss things, and you won't get as much enjoyment out of it. Personally, I like that about this film. It's refreshing rather than just sitting there and turning your brain off and just doing that. This film makes me think. Made me starting to question certain things throughout the film to really try and piece together what was going on. And I like that. That was so freaking great about this film, was I was trying to piece it together and work out what was going on, and then Nolan throws the curveball at you and throws you off and goes, wait a second, now I've got to rethink everything I was thinking. It was so fantastically done. I mean, that was just so good to keep me on my toes, the edge of my seat, trying to work out what was happening. Was fantastic. Now, I can't praise enough the performances of the actors and actresses throughout this film. Robert Pattinson, if you guys were worried about him being Batman, watch him in this film. If you haven't seen him in any of the other films he's done besides Twilight, watch this film. He is fucking phenomenal in this film. Oh, Robert Pattinson was so freaking good. His character was great. I was captured. Every time he was on screen, he had my full focus. My full vision was on this character, and he was perfect. John David Washington, the son of Denzel, is just absolutely as good as his fucking father. Like, this guy is so good, so talented. I remember watching him in BlacKkKlansman. Now seeing him in this sort of role in Tenet, boy oh boy was he fantastic. His character, the way he was performing his character, you would just, he just captured you and made you follow this character so intently. It was phenomenal. Everyone was fantastic in this film. Like, this was just a brilliant display of acting to its best. Just so good, and it needed to be. With the type of film it is, the acting needed to be on point. It needed to be the best it could be. These people had to sell these characters, otherwise this movie could have fallen and flopped really hard. But fortunately, they nailed it, and Nolan's direction nailed it as well. The action sequences are unfucking believable. When you watch this film, I don't want to say anything because I may spoil things, so I'm not going to say it. But when you're watching the action sequences, it really is amazing of how Nolan did this. Because, especially when you get towards the end of the film, it is just absolutely freaking phenomenal what he did. I'm sitting there and I'm watching it in awe like, dude, how did this guy do this? Like, I'm sitting there and I was watching it, I'm like, this is insane. How? It's just, the action is great. It is fantastic. It's fantastically shot. The cinematography is great. The pacing of the film is perfect. It's not slow and it's not super quick. It is that perfect pacing of just, it doesn't feel long. It doesn't feel like it drags out. It does not feel like it's a long movie. It just keeps going and going and going and going. It's a great pacing. There is fantastic pacing. I had no problems with the pacing whatsoever. The twists and turns you go throughout this film keep you on the edge of your seat, keep you thinking. It is perfectly what I wanted from a Nolan film. That's what I think Nolan does so well, is keeping you on the edge of your seat, keeping you on your toes, and keeping you guessing what is going to happen next. And he did that fantastic. The story is amazing. I really, really bought into the story, and it was a really, really compelling and great story. Oh, it was just, I am shocked. I had high expectations of this because Christopher Nolan is my favorite director. I love his films. I love how he can just jump from genre to genre to genre to create something like a masterpiece. And for me, Tenet to me, it's probably in my top 10 best films and favorite films ever now. Like, I like that film so much after watching it. I really want to go back and rewatch it again to pick up on certain things that I might have missed, because there was a lot there. But, I mean, boy oh boy. I mean, Nolan just nailed this out of the park. I cannot wait to see what Nolan does next. I mean, you had Inception, absolutely insane. You have The Dark Knight. You have all these great films that Nolan's done. Now he adds Tenet to it, which is a completely different sort of film to all the other ones, and goes even more mind-blowing. I'm just so excited for his next film. But Tenet, to me, is the best film of the year by far. Like, this is massively ahead of everyone else. I have no idea how anyone is going to keep up with this film that I've seen now, and I mean, A Quiet Place 2 is my most anticipated. Dune is still going to come out. There are still other films that could take it, but at this point in time, it's Tenet, and everyone else is down here. I mean, Tenet was just absolutely fucking phenomenal. I highly recommend it. To me, it is the best film of the year so far. I absolutely love this film. It is in my top 10 best films of all time right now. I'm going to rewatch it again, and hopefully it should stay there. But I was just absolutely astounded. It was great. It was fantastic. Let me know in the comments below, what did you think of Tenet? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I want to know what people have seen. Don't spoil it for others. Give us a like, subscribe. See you guys in the next video. Peace out.